Pursley down on the inside. Watch Dason Pursley. Last time kind of goosed that baby up. She said, not a problem. So he pulled about 2 car lengths down in turn number 1 and 2 and went to the top shelf. He'll do the same again. That baby hunkers down here on the rear quarters. No, he's going to keep her down on the inside. Love's going to look around the outside. Big ripper down the back straightaway and deep into turn number 3. And Jesse Love goes to the point. He is fired up. P1 on the field. Pursley into the number 2 spot. Battles back behind. Austin Odell, the 97-8 car, ricocheting around. Drops down to the inside. He'll charge hard on P3 on the field and try to get it out. Turn number 4. Nope. Smack back down. As it looks like the number 08, Akana McIntosh going to hang out there. McIntosh running without the stickers on it as that is a repair job. Took a lot of time. Cautions out for 1 stop and fuller. Unfortunately, stacking up the field. Akana McIntosh taking a little bit of damage last night and up in Indianapolis. So watch him down into the corner. Pursley had a better start the last 2 times we tried this. We'll see if he's able to get around Love. Gave him a little bump and a rump right there on the exit of 4. They threw the green flag. We're back underway, and he's not going to get to him. Akana McIntosh shows his elbows up. 08 car down the inside. Watch the attack for P2. Dason Pursley rips his way off the top side and hangs on to it for now. Meanwhile, back behind, Jake Newman on a march as well. He's got himself in the middle of the battle. Tyler Thomas, 91T car down the inside. They'll come together. Newman shuffled off. Kicked out of that one and moved back 2 spots as Tyler Thomas now sets his sights on Akana McIntosh in the 08 car. And they are ripping a lip around turn number 1 and 2 and down into the corner. Here comes McIntosh. Drives it down to the inside. Comes the call across the snoot and clip the whiskers. On to 9 of Dason Pursley, if he even has any. Pursley, though, slides up across the racetrack. He's a youngster. 3 wide for P2 on the field. Thomas down the inside. Caught a little contact, and Akana McIntosh shot out of the middle of him like a bar of soap to the green flag flashing about. That's 2 to go. Taking it around a couple more times. Tyler Thomas comes down low to protect on the slide job. He'll get challenged, however. Back behind, Austin Odell is still romping and stomping around, looking for some daylight to roam. So white flag comes out up front for Jesse Love. Love taking him down the back straightaway. Akana McIntosh coming to call one more time. Battle for your race lead onto the front straightaway is not going to happen. Love hangs on to it. McIntosh goes second. Pursley stays third. Followed by Tyler Thomas in the 91T car and Austin Odell in the 97A. And that puts heat race number 1 into the books. They are fierce and feisty here at Jacksonville Speedway. Love this racetrack. So as we had a little reshuffle in our starting lineup. Green flag comes out. Top's giving a jump for Logan Seavey down in the corner. 67 car is going to show him how it's done. Here comes Pickens from tail of the field. Look out. Got out over the cushion. Had a couple spots. Gives one back down in turn number 3 and 4. And almost rear ends him. Way down off the banking. Pickens to the inside. Got a twofer as he moves into P5 on the field for the 1NZ car. And he's on the march. Watch Michael Pickens. As we got a slide job for second. CSAM down to the inside. Johnson's going to hold off. The challenge is coming out of the 9-star car. Clinton Boyles. Boyles scored 3rd on the field. Up front it is Logan Seavey showing away, and he is gone. Got himself almost straightaway advantage over Johnson. Back behind, that's where the battle takes place. Robert Dalby, a little slider out across the racetrack. 71K cars there dabbling around. Tanner Carrick, and here comes Michael Pickens down the inside. Pickens got Carrick picked off. Goes to work, and we got contact with the Berman. Out of the corner comes Clinton Boyles. Wheeling that thing. Got his foot to the mat, and I don't think he let out of the throttle yet. Pickens, however, now pursues P3 on the field. Michael Pickens coming from the tail. Goes to work on Robert Dalby. To the inside comes Pickens. Digging and pawing, scratching and clawing. Got a nose up on him and showed it to the 4D car. Seavey so far out in front, he won the next 2 heat races. Flash of the green, 2 laps to go. As here comes Pickens, another run. On to 4D of Dalby. Dalby able to hold him off. Pickens bounces off the cushion, as does Carrick back behind as he is challenged. He gives up a spot to Clinton Boyles. White flag is out for Seavey. Got to wait a while for P2 to get here. And Sam Johnson takes the Kokomo Joe's ride down across, and he has been unchallenged for 2nd on the field. Pickens with a slider had 3rd temporarily, and now right back at him comes Dalby down in the corner. He'll slide across the scoot. Checkered flag, and Pickens ain't going to get there. Dalby, phenomenal job holding off the 1NZ car. Seavey, however, picking up the win in a dominating fashion, sets the stage for later on tonight. Sam Johnson goes 2nd. Robert Dalby, slicey dicey in the 4D car, hangs on to P3. That was fun. We'll arrive on scene up front, I predict, and within the first 5 laps of this 8-lap heat race. Chisholm took him out wide. Little stair-step formation. Good return, although down on the inside, here comes the 57D and Daniel Robinson. Robinson trying to recalibrate after he was off the front chute. Stepped out in, good four-car battle up front. There's trouble. Well, maybe not. Bounced off the wall and made a little contact right there for Chisholm. He powers out of it, continues on his merry way, and so far so good for him. P3 on the field, a whole lot of company back behind. Up front, your race leader, Zach Dom, the Dominator. Trying to step out on the field, can't shrug off Ethan Mitchell, though, in the 19M. Mitchell is hot to trot down low and may challenge for the race lead on this. Watch the drive, coming out turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Grabs a lot of gravity right up to the back bumper and tickled the tail feathers of Dom. Dom down low, protecting on the slide job. Is going to make him work for it, and he's got it. Dom caught the cushion of the curb, coming out turn number 4. Just enough to upset the race car, and that's the opening that the 19M Ethan Mitchell needed. He goes to P1 on the field to battle back behind. Holly Holland is not up front within the first 5 laps just yet, but she is right there within about 2 car lengths as Holland's starting to find her rhythm in the 67K car. Down on the inside, Powers into P5 on the field. Look out, little company, little contact as he tries to take her up across the racetrack. She says, nay, not today. And gets out of that one and continues on her merry way. Chisholm shuffle back into the field. We put the laps into the books. White flag comes out up front for Ethan Mitchell. He's going to take him around this final time. Dom running. Their caution flag actually is going to come out for 77 to Blaze Bennett around down turn number 1 and 2. So that'll set us up for a white checker finish, I believe. Although timing in the tire tracks. Green flag set to fly. Rolls into the throttle a little early. Caught Dom by surprise and left him sleeping back behind. Challenge going to be for the number 2 spot. Daniel Adler, the number 50 car, I thought was going to get a run on Dom, but instead, look to the outside. Here goes Colwell into 3rd on the field. He'll run her down through the corner and just gallop his way around Dom as they make contact. Colwell with that run around the outside and may have a little damage to his race cars. He's wheeled it hard down into the corner, but here comes the checkered flag, and Dom's not going to be happy about that, but hey, the lane was out there. He took advantage of it. That one goes into the books. My goodness gracious. Jesse Colwell passing a bunch of cars. Well, not a bunch, but he passed them quickly. Passed them awesomely. That's what I'm going to say. Ethan Mitchell, 19M, picks up the win. Colwell goes 2nd. Zach Dom 3rd. Adler and Robinson, your top 5. We'll send them back into the pit area. See how this works out for us here. A little better this time. Klossmeyer rolling on the throttle. That's a better start. Laser still going to out-drag race him down into the corner and slide up and take that lane away from Klossmeyer. Oh, look out, Laser caught the cushion. Bumbled, gives up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots with a very fast race car. He'll have to battle back hard now. Have his work cut out for him. Klossmeyer takes over. Powers down the back straightaway. He's still got him side by side back through the field. Brock down on the inside. Linder to the outside. Linder catches the curb. Chicken whips himself out towards the wall, powers out of it, and hangs on. Meanwhile, here comes Ace McCarthy now on the attack. Goes into P3 with the number 28. Out of the corner, Brock Cadell to the 103 car in hot pursuit. That's your top 4, still side by side. Battles is one up and over, and a miscalculation in navigation puts Max Linder into the wall. And Matt's upside down as the officials quickly out to check on the 2 car. Set to bring this back to life. Keith Coons Motorsports, Curb Agajani, Link Belt Excavation, WCI Curb Records, and Kirby Smith, all sponsors for Klossmeyer. Puts his foot to the wood and leaps away from the rest of the field. Run now at the number 3 spot. Brock has got it. He's got a little company coming down the inside. Out of Andrew Laser's. Laser trying to get himself back up front. He'll challenge Fennell. Down into turn number 1 and 2, keep Brock out wide, shut him off, and move into P3 as Andrew Laser tries to regain spots. Now, he does not get passing points as he started up front. He has got to get up front to keep what he's got. He's back behind a little slicey-dicey as Luke Howard's making his way through. Kind of shot through the eye of the needle and into the number 4 position. He'll take her right to the cushion down to turn number 3 and 4 and onto the front straightaway, and I believe he himself is headed for a top 3 finishing spot before it's all said and done. Still has 3 laps to get the job done for the 0-0 of Howard. He's coming with some velocity from back in P4. Meanwhile, up front, Laser's trying to work the bottom of the racetrack as the green flag comes out. 2 laps to go. Might be able to pick off Ace McCarthy. McCarthy a little slow down turn number 1 and 2, and Laser's able to close as he runs her deep down into 3 and 4. White flag comes out for your race leader up front, Klossmeyer. Forget about him. He is gone. There's a little misstep for Howard. Got her out over the front stretch. Gave up some distance. That's not going to come to fruition for him. The checker flag comes out for Klossmeyer. McCarthy's going to go second from 6th starting spot. Laser will finish out 3rd. So stemmed a little bit of the damage from earlier on when he gave up the 5 spots at the initial start. And that's going to be David Camfield, Luke Howard, the 00 car rather, rounding out your top 5. And that's going to do it for the POWRi Lucas Oil National Midget League heat races. And that is going to roll. Seems to be the trend these days. Break the trend. Be different. Here comes the green flag. 12 laps the distance. Everybody cuts them loose. 4 cylinders of fury down in turn number 1 and 2, and we got them 3 wide back in the field. Not a surprise at all. And down the back chute, we're going to hustle it out a little bit. Holly Holland down the inside 67K car is going to bring her to the tires. And slide into the number 3 spot down low. Battle for your race lead up front. Shelby Mosey trying to get it away from Andrew Laser. Laser down the inside, held him off 1 lap. He's not going to hold him off 2 laps. Here comes Mosey off the top shelf, just rifles across the start-finish line. And down in turn number 1 and 2, Holly Holland saw that. She goes top shot. 67K car following along. Top 3 separate. 4th, at least for now, is the 00 Luke Howard. Clinton Boyles in the 9X car was scored 5th the last time we were through. It looks like he will still remain in that position. Your 6th and final transfer spot's up for grabs. We got a spinner out, turn number 4, caution flag coming out. 27 car, or 20 car rather, jackknifed out here for Weisensell. Get a little more controllable on the top side, so we'll see what takes place here after his B main event. Nobody back in the staging lane, so I think we are going to a brief intermission. Look out. 00 car, Howard got a little squirreled up there. Thought he was going to stack up the field. He's going to hang on to that position, though. 3-car battle back behind. Top 3 separated. And then it gets real crowded real fast down in turn number 3 and 4 and onto the front straightaway. We bring him on through it. Jake Newman's got places to go, things to do. 3N car came up to the back bumper. A little shot in the shorts for Boyles. Boyles swings out wide, checks up Howard. And now here comes the 57D car, Daniel Robinson, into that mix. Just that quickly, the lane has changed. Everybody trying to get down to the bottom. Or they were down turn number 3 and 4. Here we got them separating out. 2 cars stay top shelf. And it's quick if you can get it through there smoothly. It is a traffic jam into turn number 3. Again, we're taking our top 6 cars. That's your battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th taking place down into turn number 1 and 2. 3 on the bottom, 2 on the top. We'll split them across. For now, Daniel Robinson is your 6th and final transfer car in a highly visible 57D car up high on the racetrack. Although, here comes a little pinky poo out of Jake Newman, 3N car. Out looking in, scored 7th on the field for Newman. He'll bring her off the cushion down the back straightaway. Just kind of laid his tush on the cush and pedaled for all he's worth. Down into turn number 3 and 4. Now looks out wide on Robinson. Robinson trying to get himself off the bump spot. Challenges down to the inside of Howard. Newman a little too hot down into the corner. Got her unsettled. Brought it up off the ground. Planted all 4 tires down on terra firma and gassed that baby back into the throttle again. As going after that battle taking place up ahead. Robinson scored 5th. Now Howard technically on the bump spot in the 00 car. Newman still out looking in. Green flag comes out up front for your race leader. Forget about them. It's about that final transfer spot. Out of turn number 4. And Newman is so close he can almost taste it. To the back bumper of Howard down into the corner. Newman needs a good dig as the white flag is out for your race leader up front. Shelby Mosey still hanging on to it. Newman's got one more shot, one more voyage of velocity around Jacksonville. Down to the inside slot job for Newman. Oh, Howard got ambushed. Shuffle back, and Jake Newman gets the final transfer spot on what is essentially the final couple corners of this one. We got a spinner out, turn number 4, checker flags out, forget about it. That one's in the books. Shelby Mosey picks up the win. Andrew Laser goes second. Holly Holland third. Clinton Boyles, Daniel Robinson, and Jake Newman on that final lap picks up the final transfer spot. Good effort by Newman in the 3N car. This one's going to be hot and heavy, fierce and feisty, I believe. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is time to drop the hammer. Good start back through the field. Everybody pointed in the proper directions. We'll rip it down into the corner. Hang on to it, Colwell. Cowboy up on the top side, blows around the outside. And Ethan Mitchell down the inside challenges. Colwell's going to be a race leader. Mitchell off the cushion. Down across the field, the 97K car slides on through. Jesse Love looking for P2, and he's got it out. Turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Hot hustle for the number 71 to carry down on the inside. 3 wide back in the field and onto the front straightaway. As up front it is Colwell showing away, just driving away from the field. Into turn number 1, I don't know, there's a little divot or rumbly stumbly or something catching a lot of cars top side of the racetrack. I hope we don't put one out over the fence. As Colwell maintains the advantage, 97K car, Jesse Love running second on the field. We single out back behind Love, down off the cushion, opens himself up to attack. Ethan Mitchell trying to capitalize. Powers into the number 3 spot. Now turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Got him, rolls Robert Dalby, the 4D car. Those three in a little bit of a cluster and a great battle back behind as here comes Michael Pickens, the 1NZ car, working his way up through the field. Catching a little company. Ace McCarthy, unfortunately, getting shuffled back. Gives up a couple spots. He'll give up another one to the 27 to Klossmeyer's. Klossmeyer's able to race on through it. Oh! Pickens into the cushion, crossed up. Caution flag comes out. Broadside into traffic for the 1NZ car, Michael Pickens, and that was just a little bit of a miscalculation. Down in turn number 1 and 2, and that's all it took to perpendicularly park him at the top end of the racetrack. We'll dig up a track. But there's a little texture getting into that corner, and my goodness gracious, just kind of tosses you onto the cushion. You hope for the best. Green flag's back out. We're back underway. To the inside goes Love. Not going to get away from Colwell. Colwell smooth through that end of the racetrack. Down the back straightaway, kind of keeping an eye on Logan Seavey. Seavey came up, gave a shot in the shorts. We got one up over the cushion. Dalby slow, top side of the racetrack. Whole field will hustle down on the inside. We're going to stay green flag, hopefully. He can get her off. Yep, heads inside. We're going to stay green flag. Shout out to Robert Dalby for the good sportsmanship as he retires from competition. The battle is back behind those top 5 cars. They have singled out and got fence post formation on top side of the racetrack. Klossmeyer starting to dominate it off and try to put a little bit of gone between himself and Ace McCarthy in the 28. And then you got Tyler Thomas, Cannon McIntosh. It looks like Jake Newman from the tail of the field has raced his way up through. The 3N car, holy smokes. Newman started dead last on the field to 3N, and he is rowing for all he's worth and picked off a tremendous amount of race cars thus far for the 3N car. He heads down into the corner. Can't quite get around Tyler Thomas. Thomas in the 91T car just quick enough to keep himself tap danced out of the way as we got one up and over in turn number 1 and 2, and that's Michael Pickens at the exact same spot he had a crossed up earlier on. And he left debris behind that time. I can see it wedged into the sod. And the apex of turn number 1 and 2 is fire and safety team quickly on the scene. 17 consecutive race wins, national wins, I should say. As we get set to go, Colwell lights it off. We're back underway. Jesse Love not able to hang with him, gives up 2 car lengths down into the corner. Everybody going top side of the racetrack. Got a little crowded. Here comes Seavey down low. Got a 2 for down in turn number 3. Full sail and full goose bozo for Logan Seavey. The number 67 car goes from 4th to 2nd real fast, and now bounces off the cushion and gives 1 spot right back out of the corner. Trying to battle back down low for the number 67 car. Seavey pedals her into the corner. And another challenge coming out of Mitchell, the number 19. Ethan Mitchell can't get around that time. Seavey shut the door in his face. And now has got to figure out a way to run down Colwell. Has got a straightaway advantage after that. Tanner Carrick fought his way through. The 71K car goes into the number 4 spot. Pickens around. Caution flag coming out. Just a little too hot to trot for the 1NZ car, and he is not having a happy time out here as he's facing into oncoming traffic. It's an understatement. Michael Pickens does not face into oncoming traffic that often. Green flag back out. Love better start that time. Hangs with it. Oh, we got one up and over. Right behind. That thing's still spinning the tires. He'll get her shut down. I believe that's Ethan Mitchell in the 19M car. Caught the cushion. Cartwheeled around. And Ed is still running wide open down in the corner. That's hard on the equipment, as he cannot get it shut down. Fire and safety go jump in there and try to pull something. Got her shut off. Stevie now setting the pace on it. Colwell will be on the attack. He thought about going out wide, Stevie, with that diamond maneuver. He'll diamond turn number 1 and 2 as well. He found a quick line right there. He is slipperier than a snake in a barrel of butter down the back straightaway. They just can't hang on to him. Still power onto the front straightaway. Pulling away from Colwell, running second on the field. The battle's back behind. There's slide jobs galore back in the mid-pack. Down the back chute they go. Watching a deep drive down into the corner. And a slide job as here comes Jake Newman. And a 3N car. Whoa, Newman off the wall. He's over in turn number 1 and 2. Oh, my goodness. From 22nd, he had raced his way up to 6th with that little move in turn number 3 and 4. And just one miscalculation in navigation, and over goes a very fast race car, turn number 1 and 2. Boy, that was out of nowhere, too. Just barely jumped the cushion. And just enough to dump that hot rod over. We'll see if they got anything for him. He is off and running. This time, no diamond maneuver for the number 67 car. Just took it right around the rim. Down into the corner. Colwell's there. Close enough. He could reach out and touch him coming out turn number 2 and got a little hippy hoppy. And down on the inside, he'll be challenged out. Tanner Carrick, 71K car, slid her up in. Trying to make something happen. As Carrick jacks that baby sideways, runs her down off the banking run at Colwell for the number 2 spot. He's got it into turn number 3. Give the nod to the 71K for second on the field. Seavey, meanwhile, up front continues to work away. The battle back behind, 3-car battle. Hannah McIntosh to the outside to 0-8. Caught right there in a little bit of a hustle. Now to turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. And McIntosh down low, looking to pick up a position, kind of sliced out through where there looked like there was no room to be found. Hustling hard now, goes to work on Klossmeyer. Klossmeyer off the wall in the number 27 car. McIntosh down low, gives him a little call and takes a shot in the shorts for the effort out of Ace McCarthy. As back behind, sliders, double sliders, 2 deep sliders happening on the racetrack. Jason personally skittered out across, and Andrew Laser in the 47 BC car was throwing one. We still got that battle taking place. Now to turn number 2 and down the back straightaway. Seavey's all by his lonesome, starting to run down some lap traffic up front. With 12 laps to go, still rocking his way around the top shelf and down the front straightaway. A huge advantage. Probably about 2 seconds this time around. Yep, over 2 seconds for Logan Seavey, the 67 car. 71K car, Tanner Carrick still running second. Jesse Colwell third. Back behind him, hustling for all he's worth, Tyler Thomas and the 91T car coming from back in the field as well. And now Seavey's got to tread a little more carefully as he has run down a little faster car, and they are duking it out right in front of your race leader. Logan Seavey's got to have a plan. It better be a good one. He'll run down the 5 car. Sliced down to the inside, driving up to the cushion in no man's land, and just power down the back straightaway. That was smoother than I thought it was going to be for the number 67. Seavey got at least 1 car, a little cushion of comfort between himself and the 71K Carrick and Zach Dahm. Going a lap down to your race leader. Nason personally still throwing sliders back behind. A little crossover move. Coming out of the number 50 cars, he'll race down in there for Adler. And Adler and Personally continue to go after each other with Sam Johnson just ahead. And a 3-car battle into turn number 3. And here comes the 50-car Adler down the inside. Johnson barely clears. Nason Personally got ambushed. There goes the race leader on through. The number 67, Logan Seavey. I knew he'd show up sooner or later. As he continues to lead him down the back straightaway. Just drives around everybody like a dropped anchor. Putting the laps into the books. There'll be a handful of laps remaining this time by the starter stand for the number 67 to Seavey up front. Pounds on the brakes whenever he gets into the corner, drops the nose, almost chops it into the ground for the number 67. You see that thing weeble wobble around. See, now looks the inside of Sam Johnson. He gets around him, battles happening back behind. Tanner Carrick, 71K car. Jesse Colwell in the 71, 91T. Tyler Thomas still your top 4. Tucker Klossmeyer, 27, still hanging on to 5th. How, I have no idea. He had a whole lot of company in his general vicinity there for a long time. Seavey takes her into turn number 3 and 4. 2 laps to go this time coming out of the corner, and he's got some really heavy lap traffic ahead. That was your race that was taking place earlier on tonight. Number 9 car of Jason Personally marks the number 9 spot on the racetrack, so he has lapped into the top 10 for Logan Seavey. He takes the white flag this time out, turn number 4. One more little trip around. Laps your 9th place car, which is number 9 of Jason Personally. Personally comes back, he can let him slide as he has a huge advantage over second. And Logan Seavey whooped her hindies out here tonight in the number 67 car. Double checkers come out, and he wins with a huge margin over Tanner Carrick. 4.2 second advantage out here at Jacksonville Speedway for Logan Seavey. Tanner picks up second. Colwell goes third. Tyler Thomas and Tucker Klossmeyer, your top 5. And that one is complete.
Well, Logan, tell us a little bit about that drive, pal.
It was fun. You know, it's a little bit of a rough racetrack, but sometimes that makes for some interesting different lines, and you're able to kind of search where your race car is better. And, you know, it's kind of what I was able to do that whole race is search and try to find where I was better. And then even when I got out front, I was still trying to get a little bit faster there and, you know, really just trying to figure out what I need to do in 1 and 2. So I was just trying a lot of different things, and I felt like I was kind of the same speed everywhere I went. So it's fun to have a track with some characteristics like this, and, you know, it just makes for some hard racing.
Well, Logan, I don't want to say a whole lot, but your former teammate has the record for the most wins in one season with 11, and you've got 8 now. And we still have double-digit features left this year. Are you going to try to get that record?
Yeah, of course. That's been the goal since I kind of heard about it. And, you know, it's a bummer I've kind of had to miss a few races, and, you know, it kind of takes away a little bit of my opportunity. But every time I come to a POWRi race and anytime I jump in this midget, you know, this thing's good enough to win. I just have to do my job. So it's cool to think, you know, only got three more to go to, you know, tie Christopher, and maybe 4 to beat him. So it's still a long ways to go. You got to put yourself in position, and we've just been doing a good job at that this year.
That driver we're talking about is Christopher Bell. Ladies and gentlemen, let him hear you, Logan Seavey. All right, Tanner. Pete Willoughby coming out. Way to go, young man. Hey, you did a fantastic job, Tanner.
Yeah, thank you. Starting 12th and running second feels pretty good after my heat race. Always find a way to end up on the podium here at Jacksonville. Hopefully later this year I can get my first win here.
Well, we got 2 more stops here. I think the first week in October we're here for a 2-dayer.
Yeah, hopefully I can sweep the week, and been close the last 2 times I've been here this year, 3rd and 2nd. So hopefully we got the speed to get 1 more position out of it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming across in second, give him a round of applause, Logan. Or make it Tanner Carrick. And making it a Keith Kuntz, Kerbagajanian sweep on the podium, your current point leader out of Cottonwood, California, Jesse Colwell. Way to go, man. Hey, you got up on that wheel tonight, pal.
Yeah, for the first 15 laps at least. I mean, we were good, just not good at the end when it mattered, I guess.
I tell you what, racetrack is kind of challenging, but I mean, you guys, you got to be tough to get out there and run on a track like this.
Yeah, I mean, this was definitely a lot of work. I mean, just you got to get through the holes and be smooth, and we were not smooth the last 15 laps.
Congratulations, pal. Podium again, stretching out that point lead.
Yeah, we're getting real good at finishing on the podium. We just got to learn to win a couple, I guess.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, let's give our top 3 finishers one more big round of applause. Jesse Colwell coming across in 3rd, Tanner Carrick coming across in 2nd, and once again, for the 8th time this year in 14 starts, your winner, Logan Seavey, Little Logie.